Taraweeh prayer, Qiyamul Layl during Ramadan is similar to Tahajjud prayer. It's the same thing. Okay? And the masnoon number of rak'ah in Taraweeh prayers is 8. However, there is no limit to the number of nawafil. Okay? So there's no limit. You can pray 8, you can pray 10, you can pray 20. Okay? There's no limit. We learn from a hadith that Aisha radhiyallahu anha was asked, كيف كانت صلاة رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في رمضان? How was the prayer of the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم in the month of Ramadan? So she replied, ما كان يزيد في رمضان ولا في غيره على 11 ركعة. That he would pray 11 rak'ah in Ramadan and also otherwise. Throughout the year, in Ramadan and also otherwise, the Prophet ﷺ would pray a total of 11 rak'ah. How? That yusalli arba'an. He would pray 4 rak'ah. فَلَا تَسْأَلْ عَنْ حُسْنِهِنَّ وَطُولِهِنَّ. Do not even ask about their beauty and their length. Meaning they were so beautiful and so long. How many rak'ah? 4. Then it's as though he would take a break and then ثُمَّ يُصَلِّ أَرْبَعًا. Then he would pray another 4. فَلَا تَسْأَلْ عَنْ حُسْنِهِنَّ وَطُولِهِنَّ. And don't even ask about their beauty and their length. ثُمَّ يُصَلِّ ثَلَاثًا. And then after those 8, he would pray 3. What are those 3? Witr. And witr can be 1, 3, even 5. Okay? And the Prophet ﷺ, he would recite Suratul A'la in the third last, Suratul Kafirun in the second last, and Suratul Ikhlas in the last rak'ah of the witr prayer. So, we see that the Prophet ﷺ performed 8 units of prayer. However, you can also perform more or less. But you have to see whatever is possible for you. And how many ever your imam is praying. Okay? If they're praying 8, you don't have to go home and make 12 up yourself. No. Remember, there's no minimum maximum. If they're praying 20, you don't have to leave after 8. Okay? You can also pray 20 behind the imam. And make sure that if you're praying behind the imam, then pray until the end. Don't leave early. How much time will you save? 10 minutes? 20 minutes? Half an hour maybe? It's okay, make up for it afterwards. But don't leave until the imam is done. Because in the hadith, what did we learn? The people requested the Prophet ﷺ to pray all night long. And what did he say? If a man prays with the imam until he finishes, meaning until the imam finishes, then it will be written for him as if he prayed the entire night. The entire night. So pray your witr along with the imam as well. Then we see that the Prophet ﷺ, he led the Taraweeh prayer in congregation with the companions for 3 nights only. Based on the hadith that I mentioned to you, it was not his regular habit that every day he would lead them in Taraweeh prayers. So, it is best that you go and pray behind the imam. But if you don't have that chance, if it is too difficult for you, you can pray by yourself. Now your question, what should I read? I don't know the whole Quran by heart. You can read from the Mus'haf. There's a hadith in Sahih Bukhari in which we learn, كانت عائشة رضي الله عنها يأمها عبدها ذكوان من المصحف. The slave of Aisha رضي الله عنها, named Dhakwan, used to lead the prayer by looking into the Mus'haf. Meaning he would read from the Mus'haf and lead the people in prayer. So if you do not know the Quran by heart, if you have not memorized it yourself, then what should you do? Open up the Mus'haf and read from it. And set a target daily. Tonight I'm going to read an entire juz, a juz and a half. And by the way, it's not necessary to recite an entire juz in the night. Okay? So for example, you go to the masjid, the imam recites, let's say, 2/3 of a juz. Okay? So you don't have to come home and recite the remaining juz. No. Because the distribution of juz, it came much later after the Prophet ﷺ. Okay? This is just for the convenience of breaking it up into 30 sections. Okay? So you can do more, you can do less. It's not a must.